Did anyone have an idea at the time that history was actually being made?
I believe that God gives several people an idea, and it's up to whoever gets it out there first, but he's gonna get it out there.
You ask yourself, why are you making films? Truly. And I go from the immigrant's mentality, which is when you're working in the shop, the aim is to eventually own the shop.
Hopefully the images and the stories that I tell will affect people in a good way or inspire or encourage. I think that's what I strive to do with my art.
Because I'm always interested in busting this myth of these stereotypes that travel the world, that make money.
So we've got to stop, and we have to start speaking life instead of death into things, because if we don't start doing that, it's not going to change.
Technology is not the barrier anymore, and for a couple of bucks you can make something that looks professional, that you can hold your head up about in terms of production values. So find me an excuse now. There's no good excuses left.
Because if the tongue in your mouth and the tongue in your shoes are going in two different directions, you are out of alignment. So you've got to get in alignment.
I mean, you're artists, I'm sure, and you have this soul, and you have this poetry, and this link, you have this connection. And I think it's really important to look at yourselves that way, spiritually.
Again, it's about believing in yourself. And it really is. If there's anything that comes out of that story that anybody in this room takes away, it's, believe in yourself.
I never thought about, as an African American woman, how am I going to make it? I honestly went into it saying, I want to affect change. How do I make this happen?
If there's anything else you'd rather do in life, do it. But if you want to be an artist, raise the bar on a daily basis, and the rest will take care of itself.
Go do comedy, go do drama classes, go do stand-up, go do whatever you can do. Even if you don't want to do it, you don't want to be good at it or anything, just that experience will help you in the long run, completely 100%. I guarantee that.
Develop your instincts and then trust them.
I tell you, one thing you have to do is be confident in yourself as a filmmaker. If nothing else, you have to know that I know how to make a film. I know where the story is. I know if I have to tear 10 sheets out of the paper, I know that I know what stuff to fight for to make a movie.
I just ask the questions that make people breathe deeply. And when people start breathing deeply, they start accessing deep, rich emotions that they can bring to the work.
There will be the confusion in relationships, there will be crazy family, there'll be people that don't believe in you, there'll be your ego trying to prove that you are worth it, It's all that whole dance, and you gotta check yourself and just go, I know who I am.
And it's interesting how we all, I think, allow other people's fears to be projected onto us, and we start accepting what they're saying as if it makes sense. Because most people will project conservative fears onto you. Don't take risk, be careful, make the sound decision, all of that. And it's really what they're doing is projecting their own fears.
So in life, as we go through life, if it's aspiring to do something, why would one consider that they can't do it?
The Africanness of you, can nobody bring that to the table? And for some reason, we're made to feel that that's not enough, that's not good enough, that's not this, that's not that.
A lot of people have meetings and they talk really quickly, and then when the person walks away, they didn't know this person grew up in Uganda, was educated in Paris, then was on this, his parents fled here. All of that is interesting. And when you're casting a room, and you're casting 8 people in a room, you want interesting people. You do not want a monolithic point of view.
So don't forget where you come from, because that's your wealth. That makes you individual.
I say that we are all active architects of our own life. The idea that we build our lives like architects build a structure.
Do what we need to do on our own, instead of looking to someone else to do it for us, because if you make it, they will come.
The key to me to success for me has always been going the extra mile.
There's just so much more than making a movie. There's the making of the movie, that's half of it. And then the other half of it is getting it out into the world.
I'm not saying, do something ratchet because that's what's selling. I'm saying there's a way to
be true to who you are, but yet give the network what it is that they need.
Quiet confidence that you know what you're doing, but that means you have to have truly put in the time to understand what you're doing coming into the room.
I do a ton of homework. Like, I watch, if I'm targeting 7 networks, I watch what they have.
And I'm like, wow, there's so much to learn. But you only can learn if you choose the right people.